Hello. Welcome back to Keeping the Conversation Alive. Will Perry here. So, I'm not addicted. I can quit any time. So that's the subject of this one, and how you might be masking a deeper issue. So this is around Generation Trapped. So all the various different issues that we have going on. There's something at the heart of it. Which I call the mother of all beliefs. So I'm not addicted. I can stop at any time. Now, it might be an unusual one. So and the definition, I think Gabor Mate is a great definition. I'm going to run you through that. If you don't know it, dive deep into him. Awesome man. Almost like prophet-like, I think, and the way he's exploded on the scene more recently, which is just awesome. So we often don't think we're addicted to something. We might have patterns of behaviours. I'm not talking about the obvious stuff like alcohol is the obvious stuff, but substances like cocaine and all the drug spectrum. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other stuff, and let me explain. But we think we have things under control. We deny that stuff to ourselves. That makes sense. So let me give you the definition that he gives, Gabor Mate, and of addiction. He has three. Which way? Oh God. Three definitions, criteria, sorry, three criteria for addictions. It's craving. First one, craving is the substance or behavior. So craving a behavior. Okay, first one. Second one, engaging in an addictive substance or behavior in order to experience pleasure or temporary relief from some kind of pain. Okay, engaging in it gives you pleasure and maybe short-term pleasure, relief from some kind of pain. And then the third one, and this is a key one, which was on that hand, third one, the inability to give the substance or behavior up. And it's usually, an addiction is usually has some long-term cost to it. Health, financial, definitely, usually has some long-term cost to it. So that's interesting. So again, craving substance or behavior, engaging in it for a short-term pleasure, a temporary pleasure away from some kind of pain, and inability to give it up. So it's the classic thing from Gabor Mate is he doesn't ask why the addiction, he asks why the pain. So that's very much the generation trap that I talk about a lot. It's like not actually not what's going on here. It's actually what's at the centre of what's going on. What's at the centre of the anxiety that's causing. What's at the centre that's causing the anxiety? What's the mother of belief? What's the pain, the trauma? And his definition of trauma is not what happened to you, but what you made it mean. And we do that as children, what we believe about ourselves. And those beliefs are the foundation of our lives, but we don't beliefs. Did I say beliefs? Those beliefs are the foundation of our lives, but we don't become. We can't. We no longer become conscious of them. We're not conscious of them. They're just compounded, and that takes me back to the farmyard smells. The farmer can't smell the farmyard. It's fresh air because it's so normal. We normalise this stuff. So why the not why the addiction, but why the pain? So what pain is this covering up? The addiction, the addictive behaviour. What's it trying to soothe? And it's an attempt to soothe the pain. So let me just give you some classic addictions, because it's like easy to, like I said at the beginning, say about the substances. So all the different drugs, illegal drugs that you can think of, but it's not just that. And include that, we can include cigarettes into that. And that was a really easy one, an obvious one, and alcohol in that one. Now I put my hand up to that one. I've been alcohol free for 3 years, and I never would have admitted that I was addicted. Addicted. I'm not an alcoholic. No way. No. But then I kind of realised right at the end that I was a high functioning. That's a nice easy way to say I'm alcoholic, or I've got a problem, I've got addiction, because I'd need to have that drink there. I'd need to have half a bottle of wine. I'd need to have a bottle of wine. I'd need to know the source of. If not, I would go out and get. And if I didn't have much money, I remember going back a few years now, if I didn't have much money, then, not that I'm rolling it, it's like, But what I mean was, when I was really tight, what I'd do is just get the cheapest, nastiest wine that I could afford, because it was covering up something, because it was soothing or attempting to soothe something, but it's a short term. Does that make sense? I think you understand that. Whereas you might think, oh, the more serious drug abuse, that's not, that's something more. The substance has you, but it's still the same thing. It's still a grey scale of the same thing. So cigarettes, oh, it's a habit. It's the drugs in it. It's like, the chemicals in it, rather, that are addictive. No, it's what's going on. It's the pain. Gambling, that's another one. Addiction to gambling. So what's going on? The chemicals released in the brain when you feel good about something. That's a temporary relief from something that's going on. And again, generation trapped. We are generation trapped. So you can look at the webinars to find out what I'm talking about in terms of that. Shopping, addiction to shopping. So the behavior doesn't have to be every single day, but it could be whatever the pattern is. You wouldn't do without that. So remember the criteria. Let me just go to it. The craving, engaging, and the inability to let go of it. So what can you think of that you have that in terms of a behavior, not necessarily substances? Like, oh god, no, I don't do that anymore. Cool. What about behavior? So could shopping be it for you, or gambling, or sex, including porn? That's classic with narcissists particularly, but people that are addicted to sex, addicted to porn. Makes me think of Russell Brand, about him being so open about his addiction, sex addiction. Food. Now that's a classic one with low self-esteem, with people that have difficulty managing their weight. Remember, weight is on my list just here, because there's all the food behaviours and addictions there. So bulimia, anorexia. If you think of all the food, oh god, I can't even think of the word now. It's gone out of my head. Body dysmorphia, and the addiction, the bad relationships people have with food, and it becomes a binge eating. The whole bulimia pattern. That's a short term, covering the pain. And again, let me go to that list. Craving, engaging, and the inability to stop. So absolutely, how you might be have addictive behavior around your food, or get this, the internet, what you be watching on now. People are definitely becoming, or have become, addicted. We are glued to our devices, are we not? You're watching on one, I'm recording on one. It's a part of life. Yet, could you do without it? Could you, get this, on Facebook, on YouTube, on your device, on your phone? Are you craving it? Are you engaging it? And inability to stop it. So engaging in it in order to experience pleasure or temporary relief from some kind of pain. So can you relate that to how you are with the internet, how you are on Instagram, how you are on whatever it is? That's a bit more interesting, I think, isn't it? Oh, no. We don't think we are addictive. So the resolution is to solve the deeper problem, to solve the belief that's causing this, the pain, the trauma, as Gabor Mate would say. So that's where, and for me, what I describe that is as the mother of all beliefs. And once you can identify that, once you can solve that, then you can work on it. You can't solve it or work on it if you can't identify it first and get really clear. You might have this sense of what it is, but often what we see are the surface issues, not the central one. We see, I feel depressed. I can't manage my weight. No, of course you can't. You've got this addictive behavior driven by this negative belief. So I'll stop there, but solve the deeper pain and trauma. That's the route to solving and releasing yourself from your addictive behaviors. And like I say, I've made the choices to go teetotal and vegan, and to be consistent in my health in terms of fitness. So I've got that six pack that I thought I couldn't have. I eat healthily that I thought was too much difficulty, and I gave up the alcohol that I thought I could never do, because that was my crutch to lean on because of the pain that was inside me. That actually the stress that I was experiencing was because of the deeper belief about myself. So the stress level was the surface stuff, and actually underneath that was the belief. So my invitation to you is, let me know what you feel you're addicted to. And then maybe it's coffee. I know I could give up the coffee, but I enjoy the coffee. I reach for the coffee. So yeah, am I addicted to coffee? Definitely have cravings, definitely engage in it. Inability to give it up. Oh, that's one I'm maybe in denial about. It's like, oh, should I tackle the coffee one, because I'm quite a heavy coffee drinker. So let me know what you feel you're addicted to, and a bonus question, what you feel the deeper core issue is. And if you go back to this one, what you feel the deeper belief about yourself might be that the addiction soothes. All right, I think it's an interesting one. Tons of, and I encourage you to go and check out Gabor Mate, just a hugely influential man around this issue, particularly around addiction. But that's where it kind of started from. It's fostered into this great understanding of the inner trauma work, which is awesome. So my invitation to you is, let me know, message me, however, whatever, on whatever format, and let me know what you're addicted to, and perhaps as a bonus, what that the belief, what the pain, trauma is about yourself. Like, comment, subscribe, and take the test if you haven't taken the test already. If you don't know whether you have low self-esteem, take the test. It's really quick, 2 minutes, completely confidential, and it'll let you know. It'll give you a score, and it's 15 or less, then you have low self-esteem. So it's really good to know this stuff. It's really difficult to, well, there's an expression, if you have low self-esteem but you don't realise it, it's like driving through your life with a handbrake on. Not good. All right, many thanks. Lots of love to you. Loves you, boy. Bye-bye.